Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. 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 Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll.
You probably think I'm high as fuck when I spit my lyrics, like a rock and roller rocking out with crazy spirit. Straight up drugs got you thinking you can wake up spirits. People tell you drugs are bad, you don't wanna hear it. The fast life is something that you want, so why fear it? I tell you don't do it, but I'm not your fucking parents. The lifestyle is satanic and it'll do you damage, but you're gonna play the cards you were dealt like Gambit. Sex, money, drugs, rock and roll, I run the gamut. Celebrities doing what the fuck they wanna do. They get a lot of guap and they got a lot to do. When you're rich and famous, people wanna follow you. You'll be above the law and no one can stop you. Go ahead and think that if you really think it's true. You're really funny, you should've been on Comic View. Just sell your soul for riches, soon we'll be watching you.
Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and load. Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and load. Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and load. Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and load.
You got the money and the fame, your dreams came true. You had to be somebody else, you couldn't stay true. The bitches, the money, the drugs, it all came through. You lost your innocence, you're good if you remain cool. The lost and ignorant is who I spit flames to. A lot of sex and money, that's what we live for. If HIV didn't exist, we'd always fuck raw. We never wrap it up, the opposite of mum raw. Bragging about our riches to the haters, fuck y'all. Not giving a fuck about the self-righteous, who judge a person for not being the right fit for their religion that started from bullshitting. Now everyone's so perfect, sitting where the pulpit is, prophesizing to the ignorant, they straight pimping. Sex, money, and drugs, that's how the West won. Guns and violence symbolize what's tough. American culture, this is us.
Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and roll. Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and roll. Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and load. Sex, money, and drugs, rock and roll. All my people's getting money, lock and load.